Hi. So we're going to take a look at one of my favorite Chrome extensions that you can use in pretty much any class, but we're going to look at how it can help you in a high school English class with a state mandated high stakes literature heavy exam. So how you can prepare your students no matter what their background, for something like that. So we're going to start by heading on over to the Google Web Store. So you'll want to go to the Google Chrome Web Store. And we're looking for an extension called Read and Write. Now I've already added it to my browser. So it says added. If you haven't added it, it'll say add to Chrome here. So you click there, give it permissions, and you'll have it. This nifty little puzzle piece will appear on your Chrome browser when that's been installed. I should mention that this will only work if you're using the Chrome browser, so it won't work on Internet Explorer or Firefox. Okay, so let's pick some piece of literature to use it on. Hey, how about Pride and Prejudice, Jane Austen? One of the best opening lines any piece of literature. So we're going to enable this nifty little extension, and you have this little toolbar pops up. Okay, so I'm going to go through and show you what all the different tools do. We'll go out of order just so that I can show you sort of how to use it best. Okay, so let's say you come across the word universally, and your students might not know what that means. They might think this isn't science class, right? So you can click on it and hit dictionary, and it defines it for you. It'll even read it to you.
Universally.
And it'll read
Adverb.
the definition.
Everywhere, people universally agree on this.
Oh, okay, so it is a truth that people agree on that is acknowledged. Okay. All right, that's a cool feature, but let's say you're not really sure about what another word means, like fortune. You can click on dictionary, but you could also click on the picture dictionary, and it'll give you an image or a set of images that explain or describe that definition. Which is great, and it'll read that to you too. All right. You could also have the entire text read to you. Let's just I'm gonna highlight the first sentence here and hit play.
It is a truth universally acknowledged that a single man in possession of a good fortune must be in want of a wife.
All right, pretty nifty. It doesn't even sound too robotic, does it? And for students who might have trouble reading passages, you can highlight a specific passage, like maybe this here, right? And then you can download an audio file of just that by pushing that button. It's going to take a while to download, so I'm going to avoid that. You can also make an audio file of something highlighted by using this button, and it's a works a similar way. So we can do that famous first sentence again. Hit audio maker, and you can see the progress bar there. Oops. So it downloaded an MP3 file.
It is a truth universally acknowledged that a single man in possession of a good fortune must be in want of a wife.
So now you can push that out on Google Classroom or some other LMS to students so they can follow along at their own pace. Okay, but wait, there's more. So there's this screen mask feature that sort of acts like a little ruler to help students kind of read through a passage without skipping a line, which is kind of nice. Talk and type we'll get to in just a minute, but it also will translate for you into several different languages. Well, it's defaulted to Spanish, so I'm going to highlight the word fortune here, hit the translate button, and fortune, fortuna. Okay. All right, so it translates it for me. All right, it also has these cool highlighting tools. And so let's highlight a few words here. Let's highlight maybe man, possession, fortune, and want, and wife. Okay, so there's a couple of things you can do with these highlights. You can color code them and collect them. So it collects highlights into a Google Doc for you, so you can click that. And you can sort them by color. I only used one color, but it takes a minute for this to pop up, and so we'll wait for it. And hey, there's all the words I collected, right? Now I can take notes on those words however I want. But there's an even better feature here, and it's this one here. It collects the highlights into a vocabulary sheet for your students, into a Google Doc. This one does take a minute, so we'll wait for it here. And there it is. And so I didn't create this. The extension itself created this automatically for students. So it gives you the word, the meaning, a symbol to represent the word, right? And an area for you to take notes, right? And so, maybe I didn't know that want is another word for a desire or a feeling of desire, so I could put some words in there. Now, if you notice, the Read and Write extension carries on to anything web-based, including Google Docs. And so it's embedded into my Google Docs, which is great, right? And so all those same features are included here. And there's a few more that you can use. So, man, I'm just going to start with the word the, and then there's this predictive text. So it predicts the next words.
Most problem.
The
first. Time. In.
Etc.
Sense.
So there's that cool feature. Turn that off. Still has the dictionary, picture dictionary. It'll read things to you. Then there's this really nice feature. So I can highlight text and click practice reading aloud, and it'll use my dictionary or my microphone and speakers to help me read along, and it'll record what I'm saying. So I'll click on start recording. Sometimes human beings in general are referred to as man or men. So how'd I do? Let's listen. Start recording. Sometimes human beings in general are referred to as man or men. So students can use this to listen to themselves read. The other great feature in this is that I like having my students listen to their essays read out loud, right? So I have them read it to each other out loud, but sometimes they're not the best readers, so they miss words. I like having them write things, and then having this intelligent machine read it back to them, because it knows where to pause for punctuation and things like that. And if it doesn't sound right, when the machine is reading it, then there might be something wrong. For example, if I change this comma to a period, and then have the machine read it, it'll sound a little off.
Be in charge of, or be available to operate some.
Right, so it'll catch. Students can catch little mistakes like that. All right, so this is a great tool, and it's absolutely free to teachers, which is great. And I've been using this for a while now with students, and it's a very powerful tool. Thanks for watching.